As the leaves make their final descent, painting the British landscape in hues of gold and crimson, the transformation is both beautiful and melancholic. Each leaf that falls is a reminder of the cycle of seasons, a prelude to the colder days ahead. A familiar chill creeps into the air, signaling the end of autumn and the beginning of winter. The crispness of the air is invigorating, yet it carries with it a hint of the harshness to come. The days grow shorter, drawing evenings in like a closing curtain. The sun sets earlier, casting long shadows and bathing the landscape in a soft, golden light before giving way to the deep blues and purples of twilight. There's a sense of anticipation in the air, a whisper of the coming cold. People begin to dress in layers, pulling out their warmest coats, scarves, and gloves. The first frost appears on windows, a delicate pattern of ice crystals that glisten in the morning light. Winter is on its way, and the UK braces itself for another season of frosty mornings, blustery winds, and the enchanting possibility of snow. The first snowfall is always a magical moment, transforming familiar landscapes into a winter wonderland. The scent of wood smoke begins to permeate the air, a comforting aroma that speaks of crackling fires and cozy evenings indoors. Families gather around fireplaces, sharing stories and warmth, while outside, the world is hushed by the blanket of snow. But winter is not just a time for hibernation, it's a season of activity and celebration. People take to the parks for winter sports, enjoy festive markets, and participate in traditions that bring communities together. It's a time of stark beauty, when nature reveals its resilience in the face of adversity. Wildlife adapts to the cold, and the landscape, though barren, holds a serene and quiet beauty that is unique to this time of year. This year, forecasters are predicting a classic British winter, one that promises to be cold, wintry, and potentially tumultuous. With the possibility of snowstorms and icy conditions, the UK prepares itself for the challenges and the beauty that winter brings. The overarching theme for the UK's winter 2024/2025 is one of traditional winter weather. This season promises to be a classic display of winter's harsh beauty, with the landscape transforming into a picturesque yet challenging environment. The UK will experience a winter that harks back to the days of old, where the cold was a constant companion, and the snow a frequent visitor. Expect a symphony of cold, with temperatures frequently dipping below freezing, particularly during the nights and early mornings. Frosty mornings will greet early risers, with icy roads posing a challenge for commuters. The chill will seep into homes, frosting windows and creating a crystalline beauty that belies the discomfort it brings. The cold will be a persistent presence, a reminder of winter's grip on the land. This frigid air, combined with the arrival of several low-pressure systems from the Atlantic, sets the stage for stormy conditions. The clash of cold and moist air will lead to turbulent weather patterns, with dark clouds gathering ominously over the coast. These storms will bring a mix of rain, sleet, and snow, each adding its own texture to the winter tapestry. Gales are likely to lash the coastlines, while inland areas can anticipate their share of strong winds and heavy rainfall. The coastal regions will bear the brunt of the storms, with waves crashing against cliffs and winds howling through towns. Inland, the rain will be relentless, turning streets into rivers and fields into swamps. The wind will be a constant force, bending trees and rattling windows. Adding to this wintry tableau is the high likelihood of significant snowfall. Snow will fall in thick, heavy flakes, covering towns and countryside alike in a blanket of white. The landscape will be transformed, with familiar sights taking on a new, almost magical appearance under the snow. The snow will bring both beauty and challenge as it accumulates and creates a winter wonderland. While the exact distribution and amount remain uncertain this far in advance, forecasters are confident that snow will blanket much of the country at some point during the season. The snow will vary in depth and duration, with some areas seeing only a light dusting while others are buried under several inches. The snow will be a defining feature of the season, shaping the daily lives of those who experience it. This raises the possibility of travel disruptions, school closures, and a surge in demand for snow shovels and woolly hats. The snow will make travel difficult, with roads becoming treacherous and public transport facing delays. Schools may close, giving children an unexpected holiday but also posing challenges for parents. Shops will see a rush for winter gear as people prepare to face the cold. The season will be one of both beauty and hardship, a true test of resilience and adaptability. December 2024 is set to usher in the first real taste of winter. The month will likely begin with temperatures hovering around the average for the time of year, but don't be fooled by this initial mildness. As we move deeper into December, a series of cold fronts sweeping down from the Arctic will send temperatures plummeting. These cold snaps will bring with them the first widespread frosts of the season, transforming gardens into sparkling wonderlands overnight. The Scottish Highlands, as always, are likely to bear the brunt of the cold, with snow settling on higher ground. However, don't be surprised to see snowflakes dancing across lower levels as well, particularly as we approach the festive period. Christmas 2024 could be a truly white one for many parts of the UK. January 2025 is forecast to be a month dominated by the influence of the polar vortex. This swirling mass of frigid air normally confined to the Arctic is expected to weaken and expand southward, dragging its icy breath across the UK. Prepare for a sustained period of intensely cold weather with daytime temperatures struggling to rise above freezing and nighttime lows plummeting well below. This deep freeze will bring with it a heightened risk of icy conditions, particularly on untreated roads and pavements. The Met Office is likely to issue numerous ice warnings throughout the month, urging caution for motorists and pedestrians alike. Adding to the wintry chaos, several deep Atlantic lows are expected to track across the UK, bringing with them strong winds, heavy precipitation, and the potential for named storms. Section 5. February's unpredictable fury. February 2025 is often a month of transition in the UK, caught between the waning grip of winter and the hesitant arrival of spring. The days start to lengthen, and the first signs of new life begin to emerge, but winter is not ready to let go just yet. This year, however, February appears reluctant to relinquish its wintry hold. The cold seems more persistent, and the snow more frequent. While temperatures are expected to moderate slightly compared to January's deep freeze, the chill in the air remains palpable. They will still remain below average for the time of year, making it feel like winter is overstaying its welcome. The weather pattern for February is characterized by a battle between milder air attempting to push in from the Atlantic, bringing with it the promise of warmer days, and stubborn cold air entrenched over the UK, refusing to retreat. This tug-of-war creates a dynamic and often unpredictable weather scenario. This clash of air masses will result in unsettled conditions, with periods of heavy rain, strong winds, and fluctuating temperatures. With periods of heavy rain, strong winds, and even the possibility of thundersnow, the weather can change rapidly, catching many off guard. Thundersnow, a rare and dramatic phenomenon, occurs when thunderstorms form in wintry conditions, leading to snow instead of rain. There is also a chance of a sudden stratospheric warming event occurring during February. This event can disrupt the usual weather patterns significantly. This meteorological phenomenon, while complex, involves a rapid warming of the stratosphere, which can have a cascading effect on the weather below. It can lead to prolonged periods of cold and snowy weather for the UK, making the winter feel even longer and more intense, potentially extending winter's icy rain well into March. As a result, residents may need to brace themselves for a longer winter season with all its challenges and beauty. As we move into March and the promise of spring beckons, it's important to remember that winter's grip can be tenacious. The first few weeks of March 2025 may well retain a wintry feel, with overnight frosts remaining a common occurrence and the chance of snow flurries, particularly over higher ground. The transition to spring is rarely a smooth one in the UK, and this year appears to be no exception. However, amidst the lingering cold, there will be signs of hope. The days will be noticeably longer, bringing with them increasing amounts of sunshine and a gradual warming trend. The first snowdrops and daffodils will bravely emerge, their vibrant colors a welcome reminder that spring is on its way, even if winter is reluctant to fully release its icy grip. With a winter of such ferocity forecast, it's crucial to be prepared. Now is the time to check your heating systems, stock up on winter fuel, and ensure you have a good supply of warm clothing and blankets. Consider purchasing a snow shovel and a bag of grit salt to keep your pathways clear and safe. If you haven't already, get your car winter ready by checking your tire pressure, anti-freeze levels, and battery health. It's also a good idea to pack a winter emergency kit for your car, including a blanket, torch, snacks, and water, just in case you get caught out in bad weather. Winter storms can be powerful and disruptive, so it's vital to stay informed and take precautions. Keep an eye on weather forecasts and heed any warnings issued by the Met Office. If a storm is approaching, secure loose objects in your garden, bring pets indoors, and charge electronic devices in case of power outages. Avoid unnecessary travel during severe weather, and if you must venture out, exercise extreme caution. Roads may be icy, visibility poor, and strong winds can make driving hazardous. If you're walking, wear sturdy footwear with good grip and be mindful of icy pavements. While the prospect of a harsh winter may seem daunting, it's also an opportunity to embrace the unique beauty of the season. There's a certain magic to waking up to a world transformed by snow, the crisp air invigorating the senses. Winter offers a chance to slow down, to appreciate the simple pleasures of a warm fire, a good book, and the companionship of loved ones. So as the days grow shorter and the temperatures drop, let's embrace the challenges and celebrate the wonders of a truly British winter.